From K-State Research and Extension, a horticulturalist, our favorite guy, talking about growing turf grass in the shade.
Yeah, it's really challenging for a variety of reasons. You have reduced sunlight for the grass, you typically have less airflow, so disease pressure becomes higher, and the trees and the turf, they want the same thing. They want the water, they want the soil nutrients, and they want the space to grow. So it makes a lot of challenges to have a successful lawn in those areas.
Okay, so where do you begin?
So if you want a successful lawn, you have to start with the right type of grass. Typically, tall fescue is going to be our most shade-tolerant grass that grows well in our state. Fine fescues are typically more shade-tolerant, but they don't have the heat tolerance to be able to survive the summer months.
Okay.
If you want a warm season lawn, zoysia grass is going to be the most shade-tolerant of all of our warm season grasses, more so than Bermuda or buffalo grass, but they're still not going to have the same level of shade tolerance as a tall fescue would.
And so what do you do if you lay this down, or maybe you already have existing lawn in the shade?
Yep.
I mean, how do you maneuver this?
So do not over put too much grass seed down when you apply your grass seed. If it's bare, there's nothing there, 6 to 8 pounds per 1,000 square feet is ideal. If you've already got grass growing though, use half that amount, 3 to 4 pounds every 3,000 square feet. When you fertilize, you also want to make sure that you reduce the amount of fertilization that you do in the shade. Ideally, we want to do about half the amount in our May and September fertilizer applications. We can do the full rate in November because at that point the trees are losing their leaves and not going to be able to take as much of it up as the grass will to get a good boost for the next spring.
Well, this is important, I think, because I see this happening a lot all around town is with the mulch around the trees.
Yep. One of the best things we can do in dense shade is to increase the size of our mulch rings and really reduce the amount of grass that we're trying to grow. Ideally, we want to leave bare space between the trunk of the tree and where our mulch starts, about 6 to 12 inches. And then we want to put a mulch ring out 3 to 4 inches thick, as far out as we want to go. This is going to help keep mowers, weed eaters, and things like that away from the trunk and reducing damage, and also just benefit the tree by reducing competition and providing more moisture for the tree.
All good news. Thank you, Matt, for coming in again. Have a great weekend, and we'll be right back.